You know that sound. That satisfying little pop. It's so simple, right? Just an everyday product. But what if I told you that inside these little pockets of air lies a detailed blueprint for a multi-million-dollar business? Well, today, we're diving deep into a project report that uncovers the serious money hiding behind this satisfying plastic.
I mean, think about it. It shows up protecting your online orders, it's cushioning fragile items, and let's be honest, it's a pretty great stress reliever. It's this constant, almost invisible part of our lives.
Because that's the twist. This isn't just about packaging. The project report we're looking at transforms this common material into a strategic business venture with some seriously impressive numbers.
So to really understand the opportunity here, we first have to look at the world it lives in. And let me tell you, the packaging industry isn't just growing, it is absolutely exploding. Get a load of this number, 11,500 crores. That is the estimated turnover of the packaging industry in India alone. We are talking about a colossal market, which means there's a massive, and I mean massive, demand to be met.
But it's not just about the size, it's about the speed. The industry went from a pretty modest 5% growth back in the 80s to a staggering 20% in the 90s as brands and consumer culture just took off. And believe me, that trend has only gotten steeper. And you want to know the real engine behind all this? It's e-commerce. Every single time you click Buy Now on a new phone, a TV, or some delicate piece of art, you are personally fueling the demand for materials like this. It's the essential unseen shield of our entire digital economy.
Okay, so the market is gigantic. We get it. But what exactly is this stuff, and what makes it the weapon of choice? Let's get into the blueprint.
Now, the official definition sounds a little science-y, but it's actually super simple. You just take 2 sheets of this flexible plastic called low-density polyethylene, or LDPE for short, trap air between them in that perfect bubble pattern, and voila. You've got yourself a strong, light, and incredibly effective cushion.
And this is where it just crushes the old guard. You compare it to traditional stuff like polystyrene, styrofoam, and there's no contest. Air bubble film is usually cheaper, it bounces back way better after a hit, and it takes up less space, which saves a ton on shipping. It's just smarter.
And the advantages just keep stacking up. It's water-resistant, it's a beast at absorbing shocks, it's super lightweight, and you can even print your company's logo right on it. This crazy versatility is exactly why it's used for everything from delicate electronics to priceless antiques.
All right, we know what it is and why it's so great. Now let's pull back the curtain and go inside the factory to see how these perfect little pockets of air are actually born.
Believe it or not, this entire empire, it's all built on these tiny little plastic pellets. They're called LDP granules, and they are the lifeblood of the whole operation. They look simple, but they're the foundation for everything.
The process itself is like a perfectly choreographed dance. First, you feed the granules into these machines called extruders. They get melted down and pushed out into 2 flat plastic sheets. Then, and this is the cool part, one sheet goes over a special roller with all these little bubble dimples, and suction forms the bubbles. The second sheet is immediately laid on top, sealing the air inside. Finally, the whole thing gets cooled, trimmed, and wound into giant rolls, ready to go. And we're not talking about some small-time operation here. The plant outlined in this report, it's designed for an installed capacity of 1,440 metric tons a year. I mean, just try to picture that much bubble wrap. It's staggering. Okay, and now for the part I know you've been waiting for. We've seen the market, the products, the process, but does the math actually math? Let's run the numbers.
So, what's the price of entry? According to this report, the total initial project cost is pegged at just over 66 lakhs. And as you can see, the lion's share of that, a full 50 lakhs, goes right into the specialized plant and machinery. That's the heart of the whole operation.
But this is the payoff. Just look at the projected profitability over the first 3 years. You see that steady, relentless climb in both sales and, more importantly, in profit.
So let me spell it out for you. The bottom line is this. The project is projected to generate a profit of over 72 lakhs by just the 3rd year. So for an initial investment of 66 lakhs, you're looking at a profit that surpasses that in just 3 years. That is a powerful, powerful return.
So, after all that, what does this all mean? What's the big takeaway from this deep dive?
It means we've taken something we see every single day, something we barely even think about, and we've peeled back the layers to reveal a comprehensive, meticulously planned, and highly profitable business blueprint hiding in plain sight.
You know, the source document itself says it best. This isn't just some academic paper. It's designed to be a practical tool, a roadmap. It's there to help anyone with the right ambition to identify a real project and actually turn an idea into a reality.
Which really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If there's this much potential packed inside a simple sheet of bubble wrap, what other everyday products are out there just waiting for someone to see the opportunity that everyone else is missing?